Hi friends, welcome to ErgoViz once again. So I hope everything is going all right. The market has been kind for last 1 week or so. So I hope everybody has made some money by any kind of strategies in last 7 days or so. So today we are going to discuss one of the most commonly used strategies for intraday trading in index options. These strategies are dependent upon the decay in theta, premium reduction by the passage of time, basically. So there are plenty of logics, strategies, famous 920 straddle, strangles, and whatnot. There are plenty of things available in the market, but one has to choose a strategy, entry, exit, adjustments, which suits individual's requirement, rather than depending upon somebody giving you the strategy and you are trading their strategies, and then depending you don't have any control basically on your on the risk and the reward. So that is the purpose of doing this video. So basically what happens in theta decay based strategies, we generally sell either nifty or bank nifty or both the indices, straddle, mostly straddle, or some people will do strangle as well, depending upon their taste, their comfort level. So what is done in these strategies, that we sell like Nifty ATM, Bank Nifty ATM, or both the indices ATM plus ATM. Now, what are the important things for doing these strategies? The first point comes to the entry time. There is lot of discussions, lot of arguments that what time works best, what time does not work best. That again depends upon the individual. Over a long period of time, it evens out. Some people feel that if they enter at 9:15, 9:16, 9:17, they will get higher premiums and they will get better theta decay. Yes, they may get, but at the same time, if the market, see, when the market opens, market has some stress to be relieved, because what are the stresses? The stresses from the global market, overnight events. Uh, so, if we enter early, yes, we may get higher premiums, better decay, better profitability, but at the same time, this carries a risk that during the first 15-20 minutes, that stress gets relieved, and it may so happen that we may get the loss within 15-20 minutes, depending upon what kind of strategy you are using. If you are using, say, suppose leg-wise SL, your one leg may get hit, other leg again also may get hit because that volatility. So it's a catch-22 situation as to what time is right time. I will say that any time is right time. It depends upon you, and you are consistent with that time. Okay. I am not an advocate for early entries basically. People who say that 9:15, 9:16 entries and higher premium, higher decay, it is fine. I'm not saying they are wrong, but there are people who are ready to wait. Even I have some guy in my circle who enters at 10:45. You can imagine on Thursday 10:45 what premium he may be getting, but he is a consistent earner on theta decay strategies. He earns consistently. He doesn't, because many times when his entry happens, all the drama of market, the spikes, everything is over. By the time others have made their losses, have booked the losses and gone home, his trade starts and then market settles. But at the same time, sometimes it may so happen that people would have booked some profit before 11:45 or 10:45, and the volatility comes after he enters. So it depends upon individual how they take entry time for their risk appetite and their comfort. See, basically, it has to be emotionally comfortable to trade any strategy. So this time also, entry time also, is a very important factor which one needs to decide for himself. There is no wrong time. 9:20 is okay. 9:15, I don't think it is okay, because in the first minute we would have seen we get abrupt premium sometime. Sometime works positively, sometime works negatively. Okay. Even 9:30 is okay. 10 o'clock also is okay, but you have to be consistent with those time. So I generally prefer time between somewhere 9:30 to 9:45. We are not going to lose any too much of theta from 9:15 to 9:30 or 9:45. Instead, we may avoid ourselves from these whipsaws of first 15 minutes or 9:45, you can say. Even 10 o'clock also is okay. So there is no right time, there is no wrong time. It is all individual's comfort level, his emotional comfort, and his consistency with those times. Okay, so uh, these are the times which I prefer to trade. Now, entry types. There are different kind of entry. It could be in a straddle or a strangle. Some is like time based. As we just discussed, somebody will enter at 9:20, at 9:30, fixed time entries. Other could be condition based entries. Like I don't want to enter if the RSI is above 60, or I will enter only if the RSI is below 60 or above 40. Because above 60, below 40 is supposed to be a strong trend market. So when the RSI comes between this range, the entry will happen. So this is one kind of condition based entry. There could be other kind of condition based entry, like somebody wants to enter at round figures. Like if Nifty has opened at say 15,624, there could be a logic that I will enter only at the multiple of 50. I will enter only at 15,650 or 15,600. So unless market goes to 1650, 15,650 or 15,600, somebody will not take entry. So this could be another criteria. Again, there is nothing wrong or right criteria. It depends upon individual's comfort. I do have a strategy which takes entry in Bank Nifty at a multiple of 100, and I have even which takes entry at round about 200 also in Bank Nifty and Nifty 50 points. So that helps in diversification basically. If you are running 3 4 strategies of straddle for theta decay, it is better to have one entry is time based, other entry is condition based on RSI based, other entry is maybe on round figure based. So you will get diversification, and the time diversification will come, which will help you. It may reduce your profit, but it will help you to capture more length of the market. So again, there is no right or wrong method in entry also. It could be time-based entry, it could be condition-based entry, it could be number-based entry, or it could be a premium-based entry. That I will enter only if on Friday the Nifty premium is 150 plus minus 5 point. For Bank Nifty premium is 400 plus minus 5 point. I will not enter otherwise. So this becomes condition-based entries. Suppose on Friday your Nifty premium has opened 140, okay, and it never goes to 150. You may not get any entry at all. Same is the case with Bank Nifty. So there could be any number, n number of entry criteria as well. But most popular criteria is time-based entry, and most popular among time-based entry is 9:20 a.m. straddle. So this is about all about entries. We can have any condition based, time based, any kind of criteria for the entries as well. The next is our adjustments and exits. This is where the whole game depends. Again, this is also dependent upon individual's choice, individual's taste, individual's risk appetite, and individual's uh, mental peace to trade a particular strategy, and emotional peace for trading the strategy. Sometimes things become emotionally very tough to handle a certain strategy. So one should choose a strategy which keeps him relaxed during the market hours. Okay, uh, the stop loss and the target comes secondary. Okay, so there are various kind of adjustment we do. Everybody does, and all these are basic strategies. There is no holy grail with anyone on theta decay strategies. Okay, there could be a minor difference in handling the adjustments and exits, but one should choose. Again, I'm saying one should choose a strategy, entry, exit, adjustments depending upon his comfort on risk appetite front, on his emotional front, and then only he should trade. Should not trade any strategy given by somebody with his own choice of entries and exits. So let us go briefly one by one. What I will do that we will discuss each kind of adjustments and exits which are commonly available, and they are the only adjustments and exits available with anybody. And then in the next videos, what we will do, we will take one by one kind of adjustment and exits, and then do the coding, and we'll share the code as well so that you can modify that according to your requirement and use it, back test it and use it. uh, we can use ME broker, we can use trading view, or even uh, nowadays we have this platform called Tradetron, where it's not coding but is a condition keyword based strategy writing. Anybody can do that. Okay, but this platform we cannot like ramp up the volumes up to 30, 40 loads. It is fine, but if you want to do 1000, 2000 loads, then we have to look elsewhere. Anyway, but we will use Tradetron for coding purpose, and then you can take the code and modify it uh, as per your requirement. So we will do code for each kind of all these adjustments in subsequent videos, not today. Okay. So first adjustment, see we have done the entry. Entry could be time based, condition based, premium based, or it could be index rounding off number based. Any kind of entry, any kind of entry we can do. Now let us see what are the adjustments and exits commonly available, and they are the only adjustments and exits available. So first is leg by SL. This everybody knows that we sell a straddle and we keep a certain SL, maybe 20% or 30%, whatever it is, leg by SL. So suppose you are selling a premium of say in and let us take Nifty 150 CE, 150 PE, and we keep 20% stop loss. So 20% is 30. So 180 will be stop loss. 180 will be stop loss here. So suppose if one leg hits the SL, this hits the SL. Okay. So now this will be somewhere around, if this has gone up, P has gone up by 30 points, C would have come down by 15 points or 20 points. So it will be around 130 at that point of time. So once one leg has hit the SL, other one way of handling it subsequently is that we don't do anything. We just have this SL also at 180 and we allow it to run. So the CE may go down further 180. You will get profit. But if market reverses, it will go back and hit your this stop loss also. So you will lose 30 points in each. So total 60 points you will lose. That is 3000 rupees loss. Now, other way is that if the PE has hit the SL, you move your stop loss to cost for the call option. So once this 180 has been hit by PE, we move this stop loss to 150. So if market reverses, your loss will be zero here, and PE will be losing 30 points. So 30 points total loss, and 30 point means 1500 loss. So, but it has its pros and cons. If you see, if we move the stop loss to cost, there is high chance that also will get hit with the slightest of reversal. Whereas in case if you don't move the stop loss to cost, it may survive. Even if your CE comes back to 150, 160, it doesn't go to 180 and then it reverses. So we don't know this in advance. But whatever we select, either we don't move the SL or we move the SL, we should stick to it for a longer period of time. Okay, so that is one kind of adjustment. These two we have discussed. Uh, Lag-wise re-entries. What does it mean? So basically, see if this has hit the stop loss at 180 and we have not moved the stop loss of CE to 150, it is still running. What generally can be done is that when market reverses and your PE premiums comes down again, so suppose 180 था जहाँ पे ट्रिगर हुआ उसके बाद वो 10% या 15% नीचे आता है, okay, you feel that your stop loss of PE was hit in a spike or something, then you can make a re-entry of this PE leg. Okay, so if your it was 150, it was also 150, it hit the stop loss at 180. Now when the market reverses from here, if it comes to say 10% down from where it hit the stop loss, that is around 162. So you can do the re-entry at 162. Many strategies are there. It is a common adjustment. It is not something which is very holy grail kind of adjustment. This is done uh, by many traders. So what will happen now? Your CE may be around 145 now, and since your PE has come back to 162, you will take the entry. So again, your both the legs are standing, right? And what generally is done in this case that if this 162 again goes to 180, we exit. Again, we exit the same leg, allow the C to run, or we may exit both the legs because by that time you would have lost around 1000 rupees in this trade. Okay. Uh, you lost 30 points, that is 1500 in the first trade. Again, you lost uh, 18 points. So that is 900. So around 2000, more than 2000 rupees you would have lost. And in this P leg, and you would have gained some 1000 here. So around 1000 rupees or 1200 rupees loss will be there. So it's again, you have to take a call that if I did a re-entry and again that rate went to same level, do I exit the P leg only or I exit the entire trade and do again the re-entry for the both the sides, right? So again, this has to be done depending upon what comforts you. Uh, if we are doing Nifty and Bank Nifty both in the same strategy, it's applicable to both the instrument and all the legs. So again, it is dependent totally upon what is comfortable for you and what suits to your trading style. So we will do this also. We'll do this code as well and share so that you can modify it and backtest and then use it. Next is range-based exits. Like we sold a premium of say 100 rupees of Nifty in the morning. So and Bank Nifty was 15,000. Okay. So total premium sold is 200. Generally, that range what people generally calculate is आप टोटल प्रीमियम को उसमें ऐड कर दो और माइनस कर दो. सो 15,200 and 14,800 will be the break even range. But remember, this break even is for the complete expiry. It is not for the intraday. See, if you allow the bank Nifty to go to 15,200 without doing any adjustment, or you allow the Nifty to go to 14,800 without doing any adjustment on Friday or Monday, you will, by the time these levels reaches, you will lose and you may hit the stop loss of your strategy itself. So this range thing does not work on all the days for intraday. Okay, so that's a myth basically. So maybe if we are getting 200 points premium, so maybe we can keep on Friday 50% of it. That is 100 point. So if Nifty moves by 100 points, that is 15,100 or 14,900. We do the adjustment or we exit both the legs. Again, it depends upon what logic you are working upon. Okay, if market has gone up, maybe we can exit CE and allow the PE to run. If it keeps going up, we'll gain in PE, and if reverses back, we will lose both the legs. Okay. There's another thing which people do is that once the market has gone up to 15,100, they will exit the PE. That is a profitable leg, and then hope that the market reverses a bit and their loss of C legs becomes little less, so they gain something. Okay, so that is another logic which can be applied upon the straddle after the entry, and that particular criteria will be based on the range. So this is another criteria. Point based, again point based comes uh, from the range kind of thing only. Point based I mean is that without checking the range, if you have sold say suppose I'll take example of bank nifty at 35,000. So there are some strategies which work on the principle that if market moves by 200 points, I will exit both the legs. Okay, so that becomes, and then to the re-entry. So it becomes a rolling straddle basically. At every 200 points, you are exiting both the legs and re-entering again. Or we can do the same thing like exiting one leg, either profitable or loss-making leg, and then handle the other leg accordingly. So this is one kind of adjustment. Rolling straddle I just discussed that we exit the legs after a certain point of movement in the underlying, and then re-enter the straddle again. Exit based on either leg premiums. What I mean here is that if say you have sold a premium of 100 and 100, you will not get 100 and 100 every time. Okay, you may get 190, 110. So what people do or what can be done is that if any premium moves by 30 or 32 points, I exit both. Because what happens in this case, if the market is sideways, by moving, when the premium, one of the premium moves by 32 points, if the market is range bound, you will be in slight profit only. Okay, and if the market is volatile, uh, and one leg goes to 32 points stop loss, at that point of time, your total profit, your total MTM may be in negative also. So this again depends upon, you can put a condition in exit as well that if the market is range bound, how to check that? Base, let us keep that same point RSI is less than 60 and greater than 40. Then we exit both the legs with 30 points movement and again do the re-entry. So you will gain something, some 300, 400 rupees here in that, right? This is one way of closing the straddle and doing the re-entry. Rolling individual legs, SL and TP. What is done here is that if you have sold a premium of 100 and 100 for individual legs, let us say this is C and this is P. For the individual legs, you keep a SL, say on Friday I'm talking about 60%, and target of a leg is 30%. I'm talking about Friday. That is what you will get. Don't apply risk reward ratio that SL is 60 and target is 30%. It will never happen on Fridays. Okay, same way for this leg as well. So what happens here? If this leg goes to 160, this exits and do the re-entry at ATM again. Okay, so only this leg will exit. And this leg will, once this goes up, C goes up, the P will come down, and it will be booked at 30%. Okay, from 100, so 70 rupees when it comes, it will get booked, and it will also sell the ATM again. So this rolling keeps happening on the leg level. Okay, this strategy works well. Uh, Again, when the market is not very volatile or spikes are not there, it does very well. So we will do this also, a code as well, and then you can change this percentage and then try it out. This we have discussed just now. Exit based on total premium. If we have sold 100 rupees, exit based on total premium means if the premium goes to say 210, our total premium sold was 200. If the premium goes to 210, we exit the trade and again do the re-entry. Or we can exit one leg, losing leg or winning leg, depends upon what strategy you are working upon. Okay. Uh, this works okay in again sideways market and basically on Wednesday and Thursdays. Many people do combined premium based selling. So suppose our on expiry day we have premium of around 120 of both the legs put together, and we people apply either range breakout of this total premium, or this total premium goes below certain EMA or SMA or WMA, they sell it as a combined premium. Okay, say suppose 120 premium will be sold, and then keep the stop loss for 130 or 140 and then trail that. So, uh, but this will again work when the market is in range, when both the premiums put together will uh, reduce, and then we can keep on trailing this. Exit based on relative premiums. What is that? So, this is the exit criteria where we work upon, like if a premium is 100 and this premium is 100, then we exit the entire trade or the individual legs depending upon the strategy once a premium becomes certain number of times of other premium. Like if C was 100, B was 100. If C now becomes more than 3 times of P, I'm telling this as an example. This is not a formula which will work always. Okay. Similarly, this also P as well. So these things they don't work well on Fridays, because if you wait for one premium to go 3 times of the other premium, by the time your strategy will hit the stop loss. So again, this can be worked upon maybe on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So all these exit and adjustment criteria, if we mix and match depending upon the day, like on Friday we can keep uh, this individual like SL and target, because their premiums are high, and if the trend sets up, you will get huge money in that particular day. Other days we can select one of the other criteria, or we can keep a simple single criteria for the entire days. Again, it depends upon the um, risk appetite and the comfort level of individual. So these are basically the exit and adjustment criteria. So we will take one by one from next video onwards. We will do the code in Tradetron. You can take that code and make the adjustment depending upon your requirement, and then backtest and use it. So that's it for this particular video, and we will start doing code one by one from the next video onwards. Thank you for watching, and I will request you to subscribe the channel if you have not done already, and press the bell icon so that all the videos intimation goes to you. And I sincerely request to like the videos if you feel that content is good. That will help us. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time.